Hello there. I don't know if my audio is working. Maybe somebody can say hi. Alright, so today I went back to the Edge 11, so it's sitting outside the observatory, and on it I have got an Astrozap full glass filter which sits over the front of the telescope, so it's a white light filter. And on the optical train I've got the ASI 2600 one-shot color camera, and I've also put in there a 2-inch Bader hydrogen alpha filter. So at the moment we're sitting on the sun, as you can see. We've got one region of sunspots, and if we look at the solar weather live today, you can see we've got a number of solar regions active. So we're currently sitting on this 2887 region, and just to the left up a bit we can see here, which I believe is this 288 region, and on the bottom right of the sun, I think I managed to get it all in, is these other, wherever it's gone, 2886 I think it was. Yeah, 2886. And then here we can see we've got another couple of active areas, but they're not highlighted on there. But this is them, or they're not identified, but this is them here. Dog's barking. Dog's barking at. Well, enough. Yeah. Come on. Hi, Mickey. Can you come to say hello? Papa. Papa. Oh, yes. Did he go on you? Do you see what we're seeing? Papa? Oh. Big fat dog. Hey? So I don't know if there's any flare activity, or I've never been able to work out the correct settings to get that around the edges. Blowing up the gain. I don't see anything in this area. I can't believe I just missed that. There was a plane just flying right in front of the sun there, and I just caught it in the corner of my eye. Shame I wasn't recording that, although it'll be picked up on the stream. Hi there. I don't know if you just saw the sun flying past the sun. That is the sun. A plane flying past the sun there. Yeah, I don't know if that was a plane arriving or a plane departing or one just passing through the sky, but first time I've seen a transit of an aircraft in front of the sun. I'm still not convinced the back focus on this telescope's correct. Yeah, so this is the Astrozap 11-inch, or whatever the number is. No info on the box. Astrozap 308 to 314mm full aperture glass solar filter. Part number AZ1532. And then on top of that, got the Bader HA filter sitting in front of the camera, which is the ASI 2600 one-shot colour. Hi Sean, did you see the plane? Alright, so we've got three main regions active on the Sun today. Down the bottom is 2886. In the middle here with the large number of spots is 2887 and 2888. I think they were up in the corner here. And you can see the solar information on Space Weather Live website. And you can see here those three regions, and there is also another slight region developing in the middle here. And you can also see other information regarding the solar activity, flares, holes, blah blah blah. So that's Space Weather Live website. Yeah, it's the first time I've seen a plane transiting anything really. Have you done any solar yourself, Sean? So it's up here in the region, very faint activity. It's region 2888, 2888, that's right. And then further down, we've got region 2887. Quite a number of solar spots, sunspots active there. And then right down near the bottom, we've got region 2886, if I can find that again. Let me zoom back out, there we go. So three activities and a slight, very slight activity here, just up from 2886. A 50mm lunt. I've never looked at that. I don't think I've even heard one mentioned. Is that a specialist dedicated solar scope, Sean? I first tried doing solar with where is it? Yeah, so I first tried solar using this Bresser 90mm 500 focal length scope, which was originally a guide scope. And for that, I've got a smaller filter's knocked over. Yeah, so we've got this Astrozap full aperture glass filter, white light filter, and that just sits right over the top of the scope like that, so you've got full protection. You're not relying on just single elements down inside the optical train. But I tried to put some Barlows and that on with it to get the depth, but it was really difficult to get the correct back focal distance on that. So it's fine as a wide field, but not so much as in deep solar. So I decided to get the full aperture Astrozap for the Edge 11, and at the moment I've got it configured without the 0.7 reducer on it, so it's sitting at the full 2800 millimeters, and we can see probably what's that, 2/3 of the sun, maybe. I wish there was some more bright. There we go. So it doesn't work too bad. I do have a 2x Barlow for the Edge 11, but I haven't tried to configure that to using the full optical train because it's a 2-inch eyepiece Barlow, so I need to try and reconfigure with a nose on the optical train to try and get that in. I'm just wondering how I can, if this solar flare activity is in the same, if I can try and detect anything around the edge. I don't know. Let's try and wrap up the, let me move over a bit. Which way is she going? Let me use the dome controller, the telescope here. Alright, never get it right. Let's open up some black space and just see if I can pull in anything. If I wrap up the gain and the exposure. What other telescopes have you got, Sean? I don't think I'm going to get anything around that edge. No, I don't see anything there at all. Cancel. No, I can't see any filament activity around the edge. It's disappointing. Never been able to capture that yet, so obviously need to tweak further. I made 10-inch Skywatch with this. Very nice. I bet you catch some good targets for them. I think my favourite telescope so far has been the Rasa. My first one was an 8-inch Newtonian, and then I bought the Edge 11, and then I had the Rasa to complement the Edge. Obviously, the Edge is deep, and the Rasa's wide field. But it took about 6 months for the Rasa to come, but I decided to put it inside the observatory and keep the Edge 11 for outside. But certainly, I like the Rasa. Yeah, that's what I just tried to do. Let's try again. This may be all gone quiet again. Let's leave the gain turned down first, and let's increase the exposure this time. It's just all blowing out the edges. Not too far. Oh, there's something there. I thought I caught something. No, must have been my imagination. Yeah, I'll try again then. Yeah, around about this region, I thought I saw something. Let's get this exposure way up. Let's just crank it and see what happens. Yeah. I've got a hot pixel. Let's see that. Why did that drop out? We still there? I think so. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm not convinced the back focus on this is right. I've just never been happy with the images I can get off it. Let's knock this down. No, I don't see anything. No, I don't see a hoot around the edges. Yeah, quite possibly, Sean, but I've got the hydrogen alpha filter installed as well as the white light filter, so I would have thought if there was anything there, it should still pick it up. It's maybe the type of camera as well doesn't help. Maybe need a higher frame rate. But it's obviously this camera is not designed for high frame rates. Right, let's back her out again. Round about here, and drop the gain back. Yeah, I dare say if I did a recording on it and got fire capture to stack it, I might get something relatively clear. Let's zoom back out again, see what else is happening. The gain's too high. Just finding that balance between gain and exposure to make sure it looks like an orange peel. There we go. That looks like I've got a dust bunny right in the middle of the scope here. I did notice under the corrector plate at the front there was a few dust bunnies on the inside of the scope. I'll maybe have to try and get the puffer in through the secondary mirror, clear them. This area up at the top seems to be getting a bit more active. It was only down here before. Overheating. Well, having the full frontal glass filter, that should reduce a lot of the energy that's going into the scope. And the only thing obviously then is the the surface temperature of the telescope housing in the mirror, but I wouldn't have thought they would have got excessively high. During the day I leave it outside anyway at the moment while when I'm not using it. I've put on a solar cover over it anyway, just to keep the elements out of it, but I could see problems if we were only using potentially an internal filter and not reducing the light at the front end. There's something happening up there. Let's scoot west. Wrong way, as usual. Yeah, a bit of activity starting to develop here. From the other side, haven't looked over it. Wrong way, as usual. There's nothing really happening around the top. No, it's down the bottom. Just that same single sunspot. Maybe a little bit of development here. It's definitely out of focus. There's two areas there. Let's blow out this side and see what anything happens. No, I don't see anything. Let's try down. No, wrong way. Yeah. No luck. wonder if I can get the sunset. Oh well, so that's that. I'm not going to be able to get the sunset. There's too many bushes where the scope sat. So region 2888, 2887, and 2886, and then an undetermined region here. Solar weather alive. So there was more sunspots today than yesterday. One new region. And activity is dropping. So there's 12 active sunspots in region 2887. Which is this region here. I haven't processed anything yet, Sean. My understanding is it's a bit like when you do the planets. You record a stream and then you pump it through Astropixel Astropixel processor or auto stacker, whatever one it is, I can never remember. I don't know if you can actually do it within Firecapture, if that's just purely for capturing. I should maybe record a bit of this and just see what happens. What we got here. So I'm currently doing what? Where's my frame counter? Where's my frame counter? I thought there was a frame counter somewhere. It's not showing it. Oh, there it's 3.4 frames a second. So that's 3 seconds. So 1,000 frames is 300 seconds, 5 minutes. So yeah, I could do 1,000 frames and just see what happens. Oh, that's not what I meant to press. Okay, let's record this and see what happens. No idea what it's doing. That's the best part of this hobby. Hitting buttons and hope. Seems to work. It'll probably eat up my hard drive. Yeah, we're 8 gigabytes already, with only 120 frames done. Is that 200 frames? 14.5 gigabytes. No, maybe stop at 250. Okay. 18 gigabytes, 253 frames. I'll have to copy this off to my other machine to process it. Maybe do that later. At least I caught my plane. Plane's good. There is an auto-guiding feature within Fire Capture, but for whatever reasons, even though it's initialized onto the mount, when I activate it, it crashes Fire Capture. So there's a bug in there. So I don't know unless I've set it up wrong. I wonder if it drop a region of interest. Oh. So we're doing 18 frames a second now when I've got the region of interest screwed right down around that region. Let's record that as well. Let's go back to max. Oh. The scope's doing relatively well to track the sun. Haven't really had to move it much. I do have the mount setting for solar, but there's no guiding, there's nothing. So it must be relatively well polar aligned at the moment. Where was that fire capture? I do also have the ASI 174 guide scope on the OAG, but with its field of view, it's not seeing anything. It's a way out. Is it? Yeah, it's into the bushes. You can just see here. So that's not much cop. It's the top of a palm tree. Look at the state of that. All that sensor's filthy. Have to clean that to get the guiding right. Anyway. Hello, Coral. Oh well, so that's about it. There's not a lot else happening on the sun today. It's all gone quiet. The three main regions, 286, sorry, 2886, 2887, 2888, and there is this region developing here that's not really noticeable, and then a couple of spots down here. But other than that, you don't see much. I certainly haven't succeeded in getting any filaments on the edge. Hi there, Moz. Thank you. Yeah, it's been entertaining, shall we say. I'm glad I got it all working now, though. The focus seems to be drifting. Which way do I need to go? Ah, you're in Denmark, okay. I worked with quite a few Danes, all ex-Maersk, Maersk Oil, who have obviously transferred into Total now. Down in Qatar, where I work, that was originally all operated by Maersk Oil until 2017. I think I made the focusing worse there. Damn it. I fully anticipate the flickering and what's the word I'm looking for? Atmospheric dispersion to get worse as the sun starts to set. What angle we're at now? 20 degrees maybe. I should really get another camera set outside looking at the scope. No, I haven't thought about it, Moss. Sean, who was in the chat earlier, I don't know if he's still there, but he was mentioning he's got a Lunt. And I obviously seen, what do you call him? Chuck. He's got his Daystar Quark. Looked very interesting. But at the moment I went down the cheap route of a white light filter for the front of the scope, one of the Astrozap ones. And then just bang in a 2-inch HA filter in front of the camera. Maybe Sean can impart his views on his Lunt 50 to you, Mo, or Moss, or whatever you want to be called. Moss Mensk. It's a breeze picking up now, and the scope will be bouncing around outside, although it is pretty well tethered to the ground. A Lunt 50, let's look it up. Better spell this right, we'll be on some dodgy websites. Bad gateway, well that's a great start. Could have just potentially lost a sale there. 1,200 quid, yes. Is that the one you've got, Sean? $50mm f7 HA filter. Too many technical terms there, I don't know. Pressure tuner, true Doppler tuning. Ah, okay. The Lunt 80. Oh, they don't have the 80 here. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, it's there. without blockings in the night sky. Yeah, you're certainly getting into the big bucks here. Need to win the lottery. Yes, I think I've over the last 18 months, I think I've spent enough with the Rasa, the Edge, the Newtonian, guide cameras, 2 one-shot colours, CGX-L, next dome, building the frame for the next dome, guide cameras, guide scopes, just never ending. Filters. But thank COVID for it all. So all this overtime with work basically paid for it all. It's getting a bit darker there. Sun must be setting. Let's increase exposure a bit. Zoom back out. I wish you could type a number in. You could probably just kick the door in. It wouldn't take much to pop it. You could probably put a secondary cage door on it. I certainly know when I leave mine, it's I've got several chains across it, but any determined person's going to get in regardless. The only problem at the moment I've still mainly got is with the shutter. Keeps disconnecting. So I was looking at doing the upgrade of the Zigbee or the XB3 module to the XB3 Pro module with an external antenna. That apparently cures the problem, but the current chip shortage globally means that I can't get hold of any of the modules. I've been looking for a while and just can't get one. So the next best thing I'm going to try is retrofit an antenna and an antenna connector onto the XB board. Although it's got some tiny surface mount resistors or links in there that are going to be a bit of a pain. So I'll have to have either copious amounts of alcohol to steady the fingers or none at all, one of the two. And I just noticed my dome isn't charging. It's not on the charger. It's connected. I don't know why it's not on the charger. I must have forgot to do it the other night. No, it's on the other scope, that's why. Yeah, sorry, the other laptop. Ignore that. Go to the other laptop. ASCOM device hub. Dome control. Connect dome. do they? Oh, there we go. Come on, Dome, you can do it. Back on your charger. There we go. Disconnect. That focus is definitely drifting out now. As we're coming down into the atmosphere. Sun setting. It's a shame I can't see the sunset where the scope's currently sat. I've never seen what it would look like as it's going down behind the sea. Where's the focuser gone? Is that better? Is that worse? Alright, Moss, take care. Clear skies. I'll see you next time. Thank you for coming in. Good to talk to you. Oh, hello, dog. Hi, Mickey. Are you coming to say hello? You need your dinner. Hmm? You need your dinner. Yeah, focusing's all the pot. What have you done with Coral? Where is she? Come on, Coral. Hop up. Come on. Up. Go and get Mickey. Go on. Go get Coral. Go get her. Go on. Yeah, I think I'm fighting a losing battle here with the focus as we're moving, the sun's moving down. All right, Sean, thank you. You're in Melbourne. Okay, well, good night. We'll see you later. Thank you. All right, I'm losing the battle here, so I think I'll just end the stream. That was, hello, dog. That was today's solar activity. Let's see what it does tomorrow. Sun setting here, so region 2886, region 2887 with 12 sunspots, and then there's a bit of surface activity in region 2888. So that's it. That was the Edge 11 with the Astrozap all full aperture solar glass filter and a 2-inch HA Bader hydrogen alpha filter in front of the camera, and the ASI 2600 one-shot color, all sitting on top of the Edge 11. All right, thank you. We'll see you all later. Thank you for watching. Clear skies, and hope the clouds go. Speak to you soon.